Hi, welcome back. My name is Adil. I am the chemistry teacher in BASE. So let's continue the topic from the previous class. We are doing chemical bonding, and in chemical bonding today the topic which we are going to discuss is Fazan's rule. Important rule. Let's go and build the concept. Then we'll go to the application and see few of the questions. Fazan rule was given in 1923 by Mr. F. Fazan. He is a Polish-American physical chemist. He has given this rule. One important thing about this rule that it is a qualitative rule. It is qualitative rule. Qualitative and quantitative, quantitative means you can measure it. So here you cannot measure it. It will just help you to compare between one thing with another thing. So this is your qualitative rule. Before going into that, let's go and check back various type of compounds which we have studied. You remember we have studied ionic compound, and I told you a cheat code I have given that ionic compound is formed by the complete transfer of electron. So the cheat code was IT, ionic and complete transfer of electron. Same thing was we saw about covalent compound. So covalent compound is formed by mutual sharing of electrons. So the cheat code I have given is CS. So IT, ionic transfer, CS, mutual sharing, covalent mutual sharing. So in Fazan's rule, we basically talks about various things. For example, a question can be given that between NaCl and KCl, which is more ionic and why? Which is more ionic, or which is having higher melting point, which is higher boiling point, or which is having higher solubility? So this can be answered by Fazan's rule, this type of question. Basically, in Fazan's rule, what it tells us about, so it tells us about covalent character, in ionic bond. Or in a layman term, you can tell it talks about how much covalent character is there in a covalent compound. So basically, the content of this rule, or this rule, tell us about how much covalent character is present in a ionic bond. So this will affect various things. First, it will affect the melting point and the boiling point of the compound. Second, it will affect the solubility of the compound. Third, it will affect the color of the compound, etc. Few more applications are there. When I will build the concept, we will talk about that. At this point of time, just remember that Fazan's rule tell us about the covalent character in ionic bond. In that case, we have to apply Fazan's rule. Now, let's go and check ionic compound. So whenever I talk about ionic compound, the first thing which comes in your mind is NaCl. So ionic compound is basically made up of a cation, metallic cation having positive charge, and your anion, non-metallic anion. Suppose this is my cation, and you know that cations are generally small because it loses electron, and anions are bigger. So we have discussed this in already in the previous class. So our ionic compound is formed between these two, and electrons are here. Suppose these are electrons. In center, nucleus is there, but I have just written negative to differentiate between anion and cation. Now, there will be a force of attraction between them because positive and negative. So force of attraction exists between them. Due to this force of attraction, the cation remains same. The anion slight change its size, or you can tell it get distorted. So I can write like this. There's a slight distortion seen in that. So here you see the negative electrons density is more this side, the electron density is less this side. So there again, there is a force of attraction here. What we see here, at this end, there is less negative charges or less electron, and at this end, there is more negative charge, or you can tell it is more electron. So basically, the shape was spherical, and due to the cation, a polarization is done on the anion and the size distort, or you can tell the shape distort or disform. So it changes in this. Now what we see this, at this point of time, two things we note. First, we note that cation is showing polarizing power. Polarizing power. And in anion, there is something known as polarization. So in cation, there is a polarizing power, and anion, there is a polarization. On these two, we will build the concept further. Okay. And one thing what you note, the moment this shape distort and the electron shift towards cation, we see that it look like electron look like shared. And the moment the sharing wala concept will come, so we tell that the covalent character is built. So initially anion and cations are there, force of attraction is there. So with time, due to the polarizing power pp of cation, the spherical shape of the anion slightly distort, and more electron or the negative charge bend towards or move towards anion, and less charge, negative charge, will be away from that. The moment there is a shift in the charge and the distortion in the shape of this anion, we see that electron look like to be shared, okay? Look like to be shared, and covalent character arises. Further, when we go, two things come into mind, okay? I took an example of an ionic compound, for example, NaCl. So one question comes in our mind, that how much covalent character will be developed? CC I will write, it is covalent character. So how much covalent character? So 2 points which we need to remember here. The first point is your polarizing power, which I refer as PP now onwards. And the second one is your polarization. So polarizing power and polarization. Now you will feel that why I wrote these two separate, because polarizing power is with respect to your cation, and polarization is with respect to your anion. So this is shown by the cation and this is shown by your anion. So we will discuss both of them, and just remember that polarizing power is directly related to covalent character, and polarization is also directly related to covalent character. We will go inside and check whether how it is and how it is not. Now, if I take case 1, I'm going into the rule now. Suppose I talk about cation. And when we talk about cation, we have to talk about its polarizing power. Two things books tell. I will tell you the third thing also, which is very important and frequently in JEE and CET it is asked. The first one is your size of cation. So cation is your positive ion, which is formed by a metal by the loss of the electron. So if suppose I write a cation of this size I write a cation of this size, and I write a cation of this size. They are different in size, and I ask that which one is having higher polarizing power. This third one, what you see, in this case, there is more charge density. Since the size is small, the area is small, there is higher charge density. So you can write that it has more charge density. And since it has more charge density, it pull electron towards itself very fast. It is very small. Okay, so it will pull electron towards itself faster. For example, I have 5 friends, including me. We are 5 friends. If we are inside a classroom and teacher is not there and it is the free period, then we 5 will sit and do various random things. Either we will make some chart or we will do some games. So there will be a lot of motion or lot of energy involved there, a lot of attraction between them. But if I am in one school, my another friend is in another school, third is in third school, fourth is in fourth, and fifth is in the fifth different school. In the free period, we cannot meet. So our attraction will be less. So if the size is smaller, the charge density is condensed over a small area, it can pull the electron faster. So from this, we get to know that polarizing power is higher for the smaller cation. So you just remember that a smaller cation, polarizing power will be higher, and the moment polarizing power is higher, covalent character is higher. I will come to the examples and all later after completing this. The second point which we need to discuss under cation is, or let me discuss one point only there. When I talk about size, for example, if I have lithium, if I have sodium, if I have potassium, and I have rubidium, this is in your group 1. I have given you a cheat code to remember Halina Kar Rabse Faryad. Now, when I ask which one will have a higher polarizing power, you can tell lithium, but you will be wrong. Why you will be wrong? Because it is with respect to cation. So lithium must be cation, sodium must be cation, potassium must be cation, and same with rubidium. So in this case, the polarizing power will be higher for lithium ion, and rubidium ion, the polarizing power will be less. So smaller the size, higher the polarization. Hope this is clear. Moving to the second part of cation. So second is charge of cation, or you can write charge on cation. Initially only I'm telling, if charge is higher, the polarizing power is higher. Polarizing power is higher, the covalent character is higher in the ionic bond. Now, if suppose charge on cation is more, example, if I take Na plus, Mg2 plus, Al3 plus. Now, in this case, I cannot compare the size because they belong to your same period. So size, I am not talking, there will be a very less a difference in the size because they are in the same period. Then we have to talk with respect to charge. Now here charge is more. Since there is more charge, it pull electron easily. Higher charge, you know that positive and negative, they will attract. So higher the charge, more the attraction will be. So the polarizing power will be higher in this case. And when polarizing power will be higher, covalent character is also higher. So second point, higher the charge, higher will be the polarizing power of your cation. This is applicable when you move left to right. When you move top to bottom in the cation category, then you have to consider charge also. This is the second point. This is mentioned in most of the book. The third point of cation, which I find most important, that's why I'm marking it star. It comes frequently in many competitive exam, and this is pseudo noble gas configuration. So this is pseudo noble gas electronic configuration, or you can just write configuration. In short, I called it as PNGC, pseudo noble gas configuration. Now, you know they are noble gas. Basically, they are not reactive, but it is not 100% right. You will read that later that they are reactive. And we are again talking with respect to cation only. Now, when you see your noble gas electronic configuration is basically NS2 and NP6. This is noble gas electronic configuration. They will have 8 valence electron generally. Pseudo means what? It means false, or in Hindi, what you call it as nakli. So false noble gas electronic configuration. For example, if I take neon, I take argon, I take krypton. So neon, when you take, you write 2s2, 2p6. Okay, I am not writing the before one. So here 3s2, 3p6. This is 4s2, 4p6. These are the noble gas electronic configuration. 8 valence electron they have. The valence shell will have your 8 electron. Now, what is pseudo noble gas configuration is they are like noble gas. Like means not exactly same. Their electronic configuration must look like this: NS2, NP6, and ND10. Okay, so this pseudo noble gas electronic configuration must be like this. So if anything which has pseudo noble gas configuration like this, the polarizing power will be higher. The polarizing power will be higher means your covalent character is also higher. Now let's discuss this a bit in detail. Now here 2 plus 6 plus 10, so it will have 18 electrons. So, and noble gas has 8. For example, if I take copper, you know, atomic number is 29. So when I write the electronic configuration of this, so this is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. So how many over? This is 10, this is 18. After that, we can write 3d10 and 4s1. This is exceptional electronic configuration. Generally, according to the normal concept, we must get 3d9, 4s2. But due to exchange energy and symmetry, we get this as a fulfilled electronic configuration exception. Now, we are talking about cation when you heat and remove one electron and form Cu2 plus. When I form Cu plus, in this case, when I take the last few of the last shells, so I can write 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s1. So when you check this, it falls in pseudo noble gas electronic configuration. Copper is not a noble gas. It's a metal of transition series or D block, but it has a pseudo noble gas electronic configuration, and this pseudo noble gas electronic configuration is making it a highly polarizing power cation. And if polarizing power is high, the covalent character is also high. I hope that part is clear. Now, to remember this, which all element shows pseudo noble gas electronic configuration or configuration? There are 3 elements which you need to focus: their cationic form, Cu plus, then you have Ag plus and Au plus. When you see the periodic table, they are one below another. So these 3 are having pseudo noble gas electronic configuration. So copper is 3s2, 3p6, 3d10. Silver will be 4s2, 4p6, and simultaneously 4d10. And gold will be also same. So you can make a cheat code and remember this. So generally I write kya, or you can write Q aage aaya in Hindi. Q aage aaya. So here Q I am taking from C. So Q aage aaya, copper, silver, gold, or any cheat code you can make according to your preference. So this is a pseudo noble gas electronic configuration. Just remember that anything which has pseudo noble gas electronic configuration will be having higher polarizing power and higher covalent character. So let's move to the next thing. Okay, so pseudo noble gas configuration we are discussing. The second one, example, if I take, suppose I take zinc, so 30. So I write it as electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, and this is 4s2. And we are discussing about cation. So zinc is a not neutral atom at present. When you heat this and remove 2 electron, so it will become Zn2 plus divalent cation. In this case, everything remains same. So it will be 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, and 4s0. Now here, when you look at this part, this also falls in pseudo noble gas configuration. So Zn2 plus ion, since it falls in pseudo noble gas electronic configuration, its polarizing power is higher, its covalent character is higher. If someone asks between zinc and Zn2 plus, which is having higher polarizing power, you have to go with this because this is the cation. These all are the small area where we make mistake. So please avoid that. Now, question arises that only zinc falls under that category. Answer is no. So Zn2 plus cation, below Zn is cadmium, which you use in your nuclear reactor. Then you have mercury, one of the, or the only metal which is liquid. So these three, in these three cases, polarizing power is higher and covalent character is higher. I have a cheat code for this. Zimbabwe, capital Harare. Zimbabwe, capital Harare. You can have your own cheat code. So आगे क्यों आगे आया and Zimbabwe, capital Harare are the 6 example as cationic form for your Fazan's rule, which will help you to know pseudo nuclear gas configuration. So this is all about your cation. I hope that is clear. Let's move to the anion now and discuss that what is anion. Anion, you know, it is a negative ion which is formed by the loss of the electron from the non-metal. By the gain of the electron in the non-metal. For example, if you have chlorine and if you add 1 electron to this, it becomes Cl minus. So this was 287, it gained 1 electron, 288. So electron affinity concept comes into play. Now the factors which affect this, and in this case for anion, we are going to discuss its polarization, okay? In cation, we discuss its polarizing power. Here, we will discuss about its polarization. Size. If I take an ion of this size and if I take an ion of this size, then which one will have higher polarizing power and higher covalent character? Answer is the bigger size. If an anion is big, the electron shift faster. The reason for that, this is an anion, okay? Anion means it will be having extra electron and center will be a nucleus. Now, if the size is big, the hold of this nucleus on the outermost electron will come down. If the size is small, the cation can hold the electron tightly. So if the size is big, the electrons shift faster because nucleus hold on electron is less, or you can tell it is a weak. So it comes down, so it will distort and polarization take place. Remember, polarization will only take place when it distort in the presence of your cation. So from this, what we gets to know that if size of cation is bigger, polarizing power is higher, covalent character is higher. This is first. Let's move to the second point, that is charge on cation. So when I talk about charge on cation, suppose I have an anion with 1 negative charge and I have a cation with 2 negative charge, okay? And size, I assume that it is similar type or less difference in the size. For example, I can take Cl minus and I can take S2 minus. So comparable sizes we can take like Cl minus and your S2 minus. In this case, you know that what I explained in the case of cation, if you have higher charges, positive charge, you can attract more electron towards you. If you have higher negative charge, you can attract positive charge. That is normal. So in this case, the polarization will be higher here. If polarization is higher here, then you can tell, sorry, in this previous case, I talked about polarizing power. It will be polarization. Higher the size, higher the polarization. higher the polarization, higher the covalent character. Sorry for that, because polarizing power was running in the mind due to cation. In this case, if charge is higher, then polarization of anion is higher and covalent character is higher. Polarizing power is for cation, polarization is for anion. Okay, so this is nutshell of anion. And anion has only 2 points, so we will not go much in depth of that. So this is all about your Fazan's rule. I hope this is clear. At last, let me summarize it, and let's tell you that what we are talking. So we are talking about Fazan's rule, and Fazan's rule tell that ionic bond or ionic compound, they have how much covalent character. We are talking about higher covalent character in ionic bond. So there are two things. First, with respect to cation, and second, with respect to your anion. Cation, we have discussed what? That the polarizing power must be higher. Here, the polarization must be higher. Now, polarizing power will be higher due to various reasons. First reason, the size of the cation must be small, the charge must be higher, and pseudo nuclear noble gas configuration must be there. And here I discussed two things. So Cu plus, Ag, Ag plus and Au plus, the cheat code I have given, Q Ag Aya, and then you have Zn2 plus, cadmium 2 plus, and you have your mercury 2 plus. So this will confine it for the cation. When we go to anion, two things we have discussed here. The first is the size must be bigger, which is opposite of anion, and charge is similar to that, it must be high. So this is the nutshell of what we did in the Fazan's rule in the past 15-20 minutes. Now let's go and discuss some of the questions or application of this. So few questions when we discuss, or let me tell you application and then we will come to question. Application means where you can apply this rule, which all question you can apply. So higher the covalent character, solubility will be less. For example, if you know that if I take 100 gram of salt, NaCl, and 100 gram of sugar and try to dissolve in 250 ml of water separately in two different beakers, the salt dissolves faster and the sugar do not dissolve faster. It takes time because sugar has covalent bond or more covalent character and salt has more ionic character. So it affects the solubility. First point, solubility decreases. Second point, boiling point and your melting point will decreases. And third is color imparting nature. So color imparting nature will increases. So I will give you example of all this. Color imparting nature, because you remember in lab I informed you that how the electronic transition will take place and color is produced, the DD transition and all during salt analysis. Okay, let's check couple of questions. If a question is asked that between BeF2 and your MgF2, which is having higher melting point and why? So when you check the answer and do analysis, fluorine is present as fluoride, so the anion is same, cation is different. Now this is 2 plus charge, 2 plus charge. Charge wise it is same, but this cation is smaller in size, Be2 plus. So its covalent character is higher. Covalent character is higher means its melting point is lower. Therefore, MgF2 melting point is higher. This is one of the way to find out melting point. If anions are same, check the charge. If charges are same, check the size. I will come to noble gas configuration wala question also. If suppose a question is given between NaCl and CuCl, which is having higher covalent character or which is having higher melting point. Now Cl and Cl are the same anion. Now don't check size, okay? If you check size, you will go wrong. That's why JEE asks a lot of questions from here. You have to see the third concept of, that is noble, pseudo noble gas configuration. Now Cu plus and Na plus, Cl minus and Cl minus, this falls in pseudo wala concept. So in this case, covalent character is higher. So melting point, sorry. So your melting point is higher in this case. I hope that you have understood with respect to the third point. If I give another question, silver fluoride, silver chloride, silver bromide, and silver iodide. If I ask which is having darkest color intensity wise, what will be your answer? When you see the cation is same, Ag. When you see the anions are different, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So they are noble gas in group 17. So I have given you cheat code, fir, kal, bahar, aega, auto, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. When you come down, the size increases. So in this case, the size of this is higher. When the size of this is higher, this covalent, or you can tell that the size of this is higher. So this will be your darkest one. And if I talk with respect to color, this is your colorless, this is your white, this is your yellow, and this is your dark yellow. So this is your color imparting nature. The covalent character is higher, so the color intensity is also higher. The reason, size of anion is higher in this case. So bigger the size of anion, higher will be the covalent character. Intensity wise, it will be more. So that's all from the Fazan's rule, and I hope you understood. Keep solving the question in your B module, and we will meet in next class. So hope everything is clear. So thank you very much, and God bless you.